After designing a new logo or an identity system for our client, we deliver a file called the identity package. This is generally a zip file, and this zip file contains several elements. These elements may vary depending on your needs and the arrangement you have with us, but generally we deliver a business card, an email signature, letterhead, typeface, and the master document is the style guide. The style guide is delivered in 3 different formats: the Illustrator format, the EPS, and the PDF. When opening the styleguide.pdf, you will see different versions of the logo. It could be the logo in horizontal, it could be a vertical logo, it could be a square logo. Depending on the context you need to use your logo, these can be very convenient. The square logo is generally used for social media like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Sometimes we include badge and simplified logos. The style guide depicts spacing rules around the logo. It includes a typography section where you can see all the allowed typefaces. Sometimes it specifies what typeface to use for numbers, for bigger title, for regular text. The identity system includes a section for colors, where you can see all the allowed colors for the identity. Every color is associated with a color code, either for screens with the hexadecimal RGB color, or for printers with the CMYK color and the spot color defined by the Pantone system. In some instances, sometimes we include additional graphic elements like icons and patterns. The style guide can include examples to put the identity and the logo in context. It could be business cards, potential websites, ads, flyers. Overall, the style guide is an essential document. You should share it with your printer, with your graphic designer. The style guide is the tool to keep consistency across your visual identity. Ultimately, it will help reinforce your brand over time. But beyond presenting visual rules for your identity, the style guide also carries the logo in vector format. It means that you basically can export any graphic element from the style guide in any resolution you wish. By using Illustrator, open the styleguide.ai file and browse to the piece of element you want to export. Let's say we want to export this square logo. I'm just going to select it, File, Export Selection, and from there you can choose the format you want to export to. So PNG is the format you want to choose if you have transparency. If you have a logo with a transparent background, this is what you need. But you can also export with JPEG or even PDF. So let's pick a resolution that is going to be like 1000 pixel wide. Export. And now I have my logo as a separate graphic element, 1000 pixel by 1000 pixel in PNG. Illustrator is the preferred method, but unfortunately it is a proprietary software and the software has a cost. So right now I'm going to show you a different way of doing this without Illustrator. Except from the fact that it doesn't support CMYK, Inkscape is a great alternative to Illustrator. It is a free open source software that you can install on all the platforms, Linux, Windows, or macOS. Once installed, drag and drop the styleguide.pdf onto Inkscape, and from there pick the page where you have the graphic you want to export. Click on OK, and this will import the page in question into Inkscape. So those graphics elements are bound together. So what we can do is ungroup, and sometimes you need to ungroup several times until you see that every element is separate. Select the element you want to export, File, export PNG image, you should see on the right hand side a panel open. Make sure it's set to selection. You can pick the width, so let's make it 1500. Press enter. It will adjust the height proportionally. Export as, and you can choose wherever you want the graphic to be exported. Right now I'm just going to leave it on my desktop and click on export. As a side note, this Inkscape method is not ideal if you need to create something for print because of the RGB color space. If your designer needs to create something for print, we assume he has the appropriate software and he should be able to import either one of those style guides, AI, EPS or PDF into his software, knowing that the style guide we deliver are always under the CMYK color space. Coming back to the identity package, we also have the typeface folder that contains all the typeface you need to install on your computer. The letterhead includes the original file developed in Illustrator, the letterhead.pdf, and a template in a Word document where you can adjust the margins. The business card is delivered in 3 different formats: the original Illustrator file, the EPS, and the PDF. We assume one of those formats would be compatible with your editing software. If it's a software that needs to create a PDF or a TIFF format that are generally expected by printers. Of course, we would be happy to help you beyond this template, and we can create a business card for every member of your company. Depending on the amount of members, this might fall outside the scope of this identity system. The email signature folder contains the email signature, including the index.html. If you double click on this, this will open the signature. And if you open index.html with a text editor, you should see the source code of the email signature. Note that for the email signature to work, we need to host the graphic elements on the server, so just check with us if those elements are already on your server or maybe on a temporary server. There are different ways to install the email signature, and in some versions of Outlook or other email clients, you need to open the source code and copy and paste the source code directly. But the easiest way to install the email signature is to just open the index.html in a web browser and press Ctrl-A or Command-A to select everything. And then from there you can go into your email signature field. And right now I'm just using G Suite and just paste what I copied, and I can see my email signature here. Once in place, you can easily start to edit the signature just by typing directly in the field. This concludes the identity package overview. So if you need different elements or have specific requirements, please don't hesitate to contact us. We are really here to help. We're here to facilitate your workflow and to encourage you to use as much as possible this identity package.